What if I told you a Namiki pen costs more than a Rolex? Yes, you heard it right. Not a car, not a vacation, a pen. A Namiki Emperor, hand-painted, layered with gold, worth over $10,000. On the surface, it's just a tool to write. But look closer, and you'll see centuries of Japanese craftsmanship, tradition, and art packed into a single barrel. So the real question is, does that justify the price? Or is it simply collector hype? Today, at the Pen Insider, we dig deep into Namiki and uncover the real reasons why these pens are so expensive. Let's go! Here's the first secret to Namiki's price tag. These pens aren't made in factories. They're created by a handful of Japanese masters, members of an ultra-exclusive guild called Kokkokai. We're not talking about hundreds of workers on an assembly line. We're talking about fewer than 100 living artists, each trained for decades before they're even allowed to sign their name on a pen. And that's important, because every Namiki Emperor carries the actual signature of its artist. It's not just branding, it's authorship. So when collectors spend $5, $10, even $20,000 on a Namiki, what they're really buying isn't just a pen. They're buying the lifetime and reputation of a master whose name is forever tied to that object. Once you know who makes these pens, the next question is what they're made from. And here's the part most people don't realize. Namiki doesn't use ordinary paint or lacquer. Each pen begins with Urushi, a natural Japanese lacquer tapped from trees, layer by layer. This material is so rare and difficult to work with that a single mistake means starting all over again. But Urushi is also immortal. It doesn't fade. It doesn't crack. It actually gets stronger and deeper in color with age. That's why 200-year-old Japanese lacquerware still looks alive today. Then comes the real luxury: powdered gold, silver, platinum, even crushed abalone shell. These aren't decorations you find at a factory. They're literally hand-sprinkled onto the wet lacquer, one particle at a time, until the design is sealed into the pen forever. When you hold a Namiki Emperor, you're not just holding Urushi and gold dust. You're holding a process so costly and fragile, it explains exactly why the price climbs into 5 digits. Even with rare materials, the true cost of a Namiki pen isn't measured in gold or lacquer. It's measured in time. A single Namiki Emperor can take 6 months to over a year to complete. Why? Because Urushi isn't applied once. It's applied in dozens of thin layers, each one left to cure for weeks before the next can begin. And between each layer, the artist returns, adding detail, dusting gold powder, polishing by hand, painting scenes that slowly come to life across the barrel. This isn't mass production. It's patience. It's discipline. It's a craft where a single pen represents hundreds of hours of human focus. Think about it. In the same time it takes to build a luxury car, one artist may finish just one pen. That's the invisible cost, the kind you can't see on the surface but feel when you hold it. But it isn't just time. Every Namiki tells a story. The artists aren't painting random patterns. They're capturing Japanese legends, landscapes, and symbols of prosperity. A dragon twisting through clouds, a koi leaping upstream, a rising sun over waves. Each design carries meaning, and because only a handful of Kokkokai masters can create them, every pen becomes a piece of cultural heritage, not just a writing tool. These aren't just decorations. In Japanese culture, they're symbols believed to bring fortune, strength, or longevity. That adds a deeper why behind the designs. This is where Namiki crosses the line from instrument to art. Here's the real kicker. Namiki pens aren't mass-produced. Every single piece is made in tiny numbers, sometimes just a few dozen worldwide, often for a single year. And unlike factory production, no two pens are ever truly identical. Each one carries subtle differences in brush stroke, lacquer depth, or gold dust shimmer, making every pen a one-of-one masterpiece. To seal that exclusivity, every pen is hand-signed by the artist, almost like a painting. It's not just a product, it's a signed artwork. And once a design is retired, that's it. No restock, no second run. Collectors know they're holding something that can't ever be reproduced, not even by Namiki themselves. That scarcity drives obsession. It's what turns a $10,000 pen into a treasure, and why owning one feels less like buying a pen and more like joining a secret circle of collectors. At the end of the day, a Namiki pen isn't just something you write with. It's a piece of art, carrying the soul of an artist and the legacy of centuries-old Japanese tradition. But here's the hard truth. Not everyone will see that. Some collectors buy Namiki for the craftsmanship, the rarity, the cultural depth. Others, they see a $10,000 pen as nothing more than hype, a flex piece that will sit in a glass case. Maybe the truth is this: Namiki isn't expensive because it's rare. It's rare because it dares to be expensive. This was the Pen Insider. We dig deep into the world of luxury pens, their stories, scandals, and psychology. If you've made it this far, don't forget to subscribe and check out our last video, Namiki, Japan's sacred pen brand the world forgot. In the end, Maki-e is not luxury. It is memory, lacquered in time, and I'll leave you with this thought. Calligraphy is a picture of the heart. Showa Shinga Nari.